Hey, true believers, Englentine here. This is the beginning of a live stream that me and Dalton did with Corrupt, and we started talking about basically a lot. You know how our live streams go. We talk about one thing, then just it leads to another and another. And this is where we talk about working for the mouse. We talk about writing for trades, and of course, the way they turned Thor into the soy boy. It's pretty fun. Kick back, relax, and enjoy.
Donna Troy says, you won't believe this. I was listening to Tchaikovsky and the song was ending and you popped up. So I clicked. Well, it's either me or classic music. That's actually the real only choice to make. But thank you very much. Okay, Liquid Frog's getting his notifications.
If you choose classical music, thank you. But in the immortal words of the knight from Indiana Jones and Last Crusade, you have chosen poorly.
The music bit actually it's going through my head is the Goonies theme song. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's that music in my head. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good with music anyway. Let's see. At work, hiding from my boss. Yeah, I've done that before. Alrighty. Oh, Unicornalicious popped back in as Unicornalicious. Yes, he has many identities. All of them cool. And let's see, Epic Trollogy. My notifications come and go. No pattern. Weird. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
And
mine do the same.
I like to. By the way, thank you very much, Eric, for spelling the name right. It's Penguin with a U-I-N, not a W-E-N. It's not Gwen. Yeah. That makes it the proper mixture of penguin and teen. So that's cool. He's spelling it correctly. Hey, embrace it, man. That's what I say. So the family was over, had a great time. I put out a little theme park video, and not surprisingly, it didn't get views. Actually, I told you guys when I said I was going to post it, I said, yeah, this is going to bomb because, it's a theme park video on a comic book channel. Who's looking for that?
I had that with my second video. The first video got like 57 views, and I was really, pleased with that. And then the second video only got like 15 views, and I'm like, what the actual fuck?
What did I do wrong? Nah, yeah, that's just the nature. That's just the way it is. I remember the first video that blew up for me was the one. Now it's like at 30-something thousand views.
Yeah, but no, like I'm legitimately kind of flummoxed by this because it sat at 15 views for like a week. So after we're done here, everyone in chat, go to my channel. Go.
Wow, you're a bigger pimp than I am. But what I was gonna say is, I actually, I did this one video. It's the Berkeley video, and it just blew up as the first one to really go. Like I had only a couple of hundred subscribers, but this thing went to 12,000 views. Now it's in the 30s or something like that. But I thought, oh, okay, well that's gonna be easy. YouTube's gonna be easy. I just do that again, and of course everything else just bombed. So yeah, it was just kind of funny. It's like what was it? Happy Gilmore. Yeah, I'll just hit a hole in one every time. That sounds a lot easier. It's kind of like that. Boom. Okay, where are we here? We got Eric Bram. I coined it. I should at least spell it right. I appreciate that, Eric. Really. And so Elijah is here for the identity politics. Now I've got like 6 or 7 news stories to talk about here. It's going to be for me, it's going to be a long day. Of course, I know you guys are going to pop in. You actually have lives. But yeah, I want to
have live. That's so strange.
Yes, wow, people at work or people who actually have jobs. I say that all the time, but I actually do. We do eBay. I do try to make money in other ways. This is just I even changed the outro saying this is the way I want to make a living. This is of course what I'm trying to build, and it's kind of funny because I built up an eBay business to make a living. I lost it, but I made, I didn't have to have another job. And that's the way I wanted to do YouTube. So anyway, I thought it would be as easy as eBay. It's not at all. But
as far as I'm concerned, though, creatives creatives are actually the lucky ones under most circumstances, because like the very idea of doing like one of those stereotypical like 9-to-5 cubicle bullshit jobs just destroys my soul.
Well,
like,
the whole problem with me is I don't want to be fired anymore. Yeah. I got fired from my last job, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't, I wouldn't mind working in a cubicle or working an office job if it was my job, but I'm just done.
My thing of it is, everyone who seems to be in those kind of jobs knows they suck and grows up knowing they're going to suck, and yet they still end up
security,
settling and
dude. Okay, first of all, you're young, man. You're young. Okay. You don't know, you get responsibilities, you get the family, you get everything. And those jobs actually aren't so bad if they get you to work at a certain time, home at a certain time, you're with your family at a certain time, you've got a certain amount of security for the family. It's actually not that bad. You're young, you haven't experienced that. And that's not an insult. I'm not putting you down like, hey, you don't understand. It's just, you're young, you're there. Everybody believes that.
It came off as a back in my
day
sort
comics. I'm gonna try to get fired today so I can keep listening. Actually, Eric, it wasn't so hard for me. I'm actually unhireable at Disney. I found that out. Like, wait, what? Yeah, they said you're on the no hire list. Like, seriously? Who the fuck put me on the no hire list? It turns out that they did that when I lost my job in 1987 when I worked for them last. So I was like, wait a second, I'm at the time, I was a few years back, I was like, I'm 45. You kidding me? There are murders. Life in prison means 25 years. So I said, there are people who killed somebody, went to prison, and now are getting out and saying, hey, join society again. And what did I do so fucking wrong? Because I was
this is the thing though, right? You didn't get on the wrong side of the US legal system or any legal system.
I got wrong side of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, you got on the wrong side of the mouse, and this is as good as a death sentence. It's like getting on the wrong side of Google. Good luck with the rest of your. Well, actually, James Damore appears to be doing fine, so good for him.
Okay, yeah, but that was weird. I'll keep my 7 to 3 factory job over the Cube Farm brain drain. Yeah, everybody's got their thing. Yeah, I was put down for a while because I was delivering newspapers in Tallahassee. I was living in Tallahassee, and that's a college town. So they know they can hire the cheap labor who's there for college, and then they go out. And I couldn't get a job in town to save my life. So I went to what was it, Tallahassee Democrat? Yeah, that'll tell you it was unbiased. But I ended up getting a job delivering papers. I was I couldn't believe how much money they made. I made a ton of money delivering newspapers because you get a cut of how many you sell. Yeah. I love comics in Milo Yiannopoulos. Yeah, I'm a straight Milo Yiannopoulos. But actually, the people who I was talking to at Disney to get a job were really like, because I've worked guest service and I've worked at theme parks pretty much all my adult life. For most of my adult life, I've been working at a theme park, so I really do know how to do guest service, to do that whole happy crappy theme park thing. Hey kids, okay, we're gonna do this. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. I'm very good at that. And so I was talking to the Disney crew. They wanted to hire me, and then they saw me on the no hire list, and they're like, that person who the person who did that probably doesn't even work with a company. I was like, I remember the guy who did that. He's probably dead. He was like 60 at the time. I don't know. It was.
I'd be curious to see if you could get hired at like Universal, or if they share like the hire list.
No, they don't share the no hire list. There's I fuck up all over the place. No, Universal. There was something I missed I missed a safety thing, and now I can go back, but it's gonna take a year. of being employed somewhere else. And since I got fired from Universal, I've been working online. So I tell them, well, I've had my own business, and since so I could do that. But the thing is ever since that happened, I've been very happy being my own boss. Until of course I lost the eBay business, though.
Yeah, the autonomy and the like creative equilibrium, and it's just more fulfilling and meaningful work.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because and yes, granted, I will take somebody else's job, because I want to get there's just so much I want to do, and I need that security to do it. Hold on, let's go through. Michael's a Minnie was jealous of you being with Mickey. Apparently, I'm now attracting gay ducks, so I don't know if it's the mouse so much as the ducks now. The Batman. So Bendis seems to be working okay on Superman. You think he's waiting to spring the SJW? You know what? Brian Michael Bendis is. I did a review of issue 2 and 3, and issue 2 is absolutely useless. You do not need to read 2. Just 1 and 3, you'll get the same information. He is, in my opinion, he has. The story is okay, but he has fallen into the Brian Michael Bendis traps. He's writing for the trade. It's he's spreading it. What's going to end up happening. It's going to be a very thin story that he's putting across 5-6 issues, when it really is a 3 or 4 issue series. The storyline that he's telling. There are pages you just don't need, because it's the same. Like in issue 1, you have characters saying, "Hey, what happened to Lois? Where's Lois?" So I don't know what happened to Lois. What's going on with Lois? And then in the second issue, they're doing the same thing. "Hey, what's going on with Lois? What happened to Lois?" I don't know.
Consistent problem with a lot of comics though lately. They know they're writing for the trades, and they know they have however many issues they have, so they purposely space it out, and they always, and this pisses me off to no end on a cliffhanger, and it just like so that the next series can also start with a quote unquote fresh, start, and it's just like,
yeah, the fresh start. Okay, we've got a bit of an audience now. Let's I guess we can start up.
If Cloak and Dagger and Mark Waid's Doctor Strange are any indication, I'm going to die before this fresh start is over.
Marvel's fresh start salad has brown lettuce in it. That is absolutely, because Thor fucking sucked. Thor, what the fuck is going on? Now, it's weird because they made Thor into some sort of hybrid mixture of the Odin's son / whatever went on with Ragnarok, the movie. But they didn't want to go full on humor with Ragnarok. So instead, you got this soft thing going. I mean, it's not even Thor, in my opinion. It's just soft. Thor should be a bit of a badass. This is
soy sore.
Whoa, hello. Oh, I've got my mic way the fuck up. Hey, what's up, Corrupt?
Sorry about that. Am I late?
No. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of calling anybody soy, because I already see that being done wrong. So I'm like, okay, soy is over. Once you see people, it's like when you see people using the term SJW to mean someone who doesn't agree with me. It's like, yeah, okay, SJW is done.
I mean, it's mostly just a joke. It's not taken seriously. The thing is, these are not serious. When people apply these like labels or whatever, it's not serious. It's just.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just the way I am. But see, let me explain. Let me explain my position on this. I got into the breakdancing craze in the 80s. I wore those clothes. I've seen the pictures. I said I will never follow a fad again. So as soon as I see that things go south, I'm like, I'm out. And for me, certain phrases and everything, as soon as you see them used wrong, I'm out.
Well,
I will never be caught too late in the breakdancing clothes again.
I mean, the thing is, though, like the thing about like soy though. It's not really meant to be taken in any serious way. It's literally
well, okay. Then yes, this was soy. This was definitely soy Thor.
It's just a fun way to it's just a fun way to like mess with somebody's name and come up with like weird ways to say somebody's name.
And it does piss off the SJW types.
It really does. It really does. What's up?
The original emphasis behind the insult was, you know, because soy contains compounds that mimic estrogen.
Yeah.
And therefore, the logic being that if you eat too much soy, it makes you effeminate, and it's basically a way of calling you, you know, cowardly or emasculate. It's like cuck. You are
not really.
You are compromised.
No. Cuck is a very specific thing.
Yeah, it's like a specific way of calling somebody a pussy or whatever. But like,
that seems to be it.
Yeah,
but, you know,
soy is mostly just a joke. It's just a joke. It's not to be taken seriously in any way. It does piss off SJW dudes though, like a lot.
I was thinking of doing, instead of doing the reviews the way I've been doing, I really want to do it like this, because after I read Thor, I said, fuck Thor, man. If you want to read a cool superhero adventure story, forget Thor. So so the title that popped into my head was like those cookbook things. Instead of this, buy that. So instead, if you want a cool adventure story, drop Thor, pick up Hawkman. Because Hawkman was fucking badass. That is just a good book. I mean, I can really recommend that one. And one of the reasons why is very simple. It is they kind of mashed a whole bunch of the different versions of Hawkman, and this is the adventurer from the Golden Age.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much fun. I really enjoyed that book.
So who was like you were saying about how Thor is like softer in this?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I guess, you know, soy boy is the way to put it. I mean, you know, he really is.
Who was the writer? Because like the thing is, who is it?
Jason Aaron. Hold on, Dominic Powell. Jason Aaron did well in the beginning with Thor, but I can understand seeing it wax and wane in the recent years. It is really bad. Elijah the Ara man is saying, corrupt, tell Englentine, he spelled it wrong, about what I did on Twitter. So what did he do?
Okay, so like Elijah made a joke. He said something like, we must secure a future for comic books and comic book fans or something like that. I probably messed up his quote. And then some dude got angry at him and was like, ooh, like typical comic skater to quote the 14 words, what a Nazi, or something like that, right? He was basically called a Nazi.
Oh, well, welcome to the club.
Because he quoted he jokingly quoted the 14 words. And then he retaliated, and then he started made a joke, and then he told us, and then he linked it to us on Discord, and then like Switchpoint and I made a joke about it. So, and this led to me making a thread called the alt-white, which was me mocking the alt-right, or the salt-right as some people call it. Mm-hmm. And that turned into like a giant thread about us like spamming like weird memes and acting like we were capturing white people.
Wasn't it also that when Elijah mentioned that he was black and the likelihood of black Nazis was minimal, the guy like found a bunch of
he did. He found he quoted an article for a wiki article that said blacks were in the Nazis, but like those are people like that's not the same shit. What the hell are you talking about? But yeah, like he said, there were black Nazis, and then he said that Elijah was a black Nazi.
Okay.
And then that's why we've been. Yeah, that's partly why I was like, let's just call ourselves the alt-white.
You know, something I find fun. First, well, hold on. Before I get to that, let's go here. So Thor is still a girl. They just gave her a male body, says the Batman. Basically, yeah. Jason Aaron did. Okay, we read that one. So how is the
SK do before?
Well, so say what?
What did he write before?
Thor. He's been writing Thor forever and a fucking day.
And he wrote Doctor Strange, and it was him that did the whole empirical Last Days of Magic, Way of the Weird bullshit. And actually, the start of Way of the Weird wasn't bad.
Sorry for cutting you off, Englentine. My bad.
No, sorry.
You were saying that you comics?
No, I agree with Comics Division that in the book Thor was just a total limp dick. So anyway, the book's going on, and he gets to he's trying to get MacGuffin #1, and which, by the way, somebody told me I don't know what MacGuffin is. I'm like, bitch, I worked at Hitchcock. But he goes up to this temple of Sidorak or whatever it is, and there's the Juggernaut, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're gonna start off with a Juggernaut fight. That could be badass. Nope.
Sounds fucking dope.
Nope. It's like one punch, Thor's down the thing, and then he pops up and he goes, I am the god of hammers.
What?
How
do you actually say that? He doesn't say that.
How do you fuck that up?
But
Temple of Sidorak, no less.
But all throughout, he's like, "Give me another hammer. I need another hammer. I want another. Where's my hammer? You promised me that one sucked. I want another hammer."
It's supposed to be like
I'm paraphrasing, but I'm telling you, that's the entire fucking story. Instead of him being Thor, the badass god of thunder, he's the god of hammers who just give me another hammer. Just it was not a good book.
Terrible. I mean, like he's been writing Thor for so long, and now when we do get actual Thor back, it's like
have a good day, Elijah. Take care.
All right. Sorry,
we have to make him the worst version of himself, because if we make him competent in any significant way, it's going to be starkly obvious how cucked the concept of Jane Foster Thor was, and how poorly it was executed. Yeah,
well, Thor is done. This is the direction, but then again, and a lot of people have been saying it. I'll say it again. Marvel's done. There are a few bastions, a couple of oases, but otherwise Marvel is done, because they have now accepted that this is the direction they want to go in. The Daredevils, the Thanos, those are going to be the outliers. Like I said, those are the oasis of good taste and good storytelling. But after a while, they're going to fall underneath the sands of the desert of identity politics as well. I mean,
So there you go, gang. That's the first part of a live stream me and Dalton and Corrupt did. And what do you think? What did you think of what we had to say? The opinions, anything? Let us know your opinion down in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, you know the drill. Click like, share, get word out about the channel. And don't forget to hit notification and subscription if you haven't already. Also, this is the way I'm trying to make a living. So if you don't mind helping out the channel, by all means, please go on over to Patreon. Links in the description below. And drop $1 in the till. It's less than the price of a candy bar. And we do patron-only, I can't even talk. We do patron-only content, so you do get something back. It's pretty fun there. It's pretty fun here. Thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.